Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I got a question on how to choose between two different passions that I thought I would answer today. And this question comes from Michael, and he says, I've found myself stuck between two passions, OS development and web development. Both are very appealing and seem like viable options, but I can't choose which to pursue. Whenever I go to pursue one, I get the feeling I'm closing a bunch of doors of opportunity from the other passion and that I'm betraying half of my dreams. So welcome to the club, Michael. Welcome to the club, and hopefully you exit this club really quickly, because this is the club of not doing shit with your life. And hopefully, you, like I said, that you leave this club and don't renew your membership, because this is a bad club to be in. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to do anything with your life, but I am saying that there's a lot of people that are in this club that can't choose between two passions. And I'm a little bit scared that you use the word passion. I'll tell you why in a little bit here. But there's a lot of people that can't decide what to do, and they don't want to make the wrong choice, so they do nothing. So my answer, when you have two clearly good choices, is to pick one and to not look back. This is what you should do. Pick one. It doesn't matter which one it is. You know, go with your gut. Which one do you feel like would be better? And go down that road. Now, there's a couple of things here. First of all, you can't look back. You can't regret the decision. You can't change your mind later. I mean, you can always change your mind later and do something else. But what I'm saying is that you got to stick with it and go down that path for a long enough time to actually get the results from it. And what it turns out is that it's not really going to matter if you choose OS development or web development, to be honest with you, in your career, because that what you choose is not as important as how you work and how much you push towards that goal. And this is the problem that most people have. I'll tell you, so many people, they think that they're going to make the wrong choice, and so what they do is they don't do anything. They just they waddle between the two. They waffle between the two. They go from one thing to the other thing. And when you use the word passion, this is the other problem with this. This is the other thing that makes me a little bit nervous here, is that you see, you shouldn't really follow your passions, okay? Because if you follow your passions, you're likely to stop following them when you stop becoming passionate about them, right? You should have passion in everything that you do, but you shouldn't necessarily follow your passions. There's a really good book on this subject by Cal Newport. It's called So Good They Can't Ignore You, okay? This is a really, really good book. I highly recommend that you read this book. And in this book, he basically talks about this idea that ultimately, you should not follow your passion. Ultimately, what you should do is pick a thing that is strategic, that makes a lot of sense, and you will become passionate about that. Apply your passion to it. That's really what he's saying. So many people say to follow your dreams and follow your passions, and that just doesn't make sense, because eventually what's going to happen, and I'll tell you the truth, I've done a lot of videos talking about this, but what's going to happen is that whatever you love, you're eventually going to hate, right? But it doesn't matter. As soon as someone pays you to do something, you are going to start to despise it. You're going to start to hate it. Eventually, you will. It doesn't mean that you won't ever love it again. It doesn't mean you won't ever be passionate about it again. But there is going to be a point where your motivation is going to die. You can check out my playlist on motivation, because I've got a lot of videos about what happens when you lose your motivation and things like that, because it's going to happen. I can guarantee you that, you know, I've done a lot of things in my life, and I've had a lot of opportunities. I do a lot of cool things. I mean, heck, even shooting videos, right? Imagine if you could shoot videos and make money for a living. That seems like a pretty awesome thing. Well, there are times where I don't want to do it. In fact, tonight I was like, I don't know, I don't feel like shooting videos tonight, but I was like, no, I need to get my videos done for tonight. So it doesn't matter what it is, right? It could be eating ice cream. If you're an ice cream tester eating ice cream, eventually you get burned out on that. You wouldn't feel like doing that anymore. But so passion is not the thing that needs to guide you. What you need to do is, it's good that you have passion for one of these things, because it's going to help you to get ahead. It's going to help you to stick to the path. But what you need to do is pick one of these things, go down that path, and commit to that path for some period of time, even if you don't feel like doing it anymore, because I guarantee you at some point you're not going to feel like doing it, right? So many people never learn to play a musical instrument, never learn to play guitar, because they play around on the guitar, they're learning, it starts to get boring, they start to lose interest in it, and it becomes hard, and they don't keep on going, right? So many people in so many different hobbies, so many different professions, they end up burning out, or they end up choosing, to switch paths here and there, and they never actually make it to an expert level because they're following their passion or a combination, right? The deadliest combination is when you're following your passion and you have regrets and you feel like you're missing out on something else, like you're giving up on half of your dreams, like you said. So you're kind of in a dangerous place, honestly. You need to get out of this club, because you need to realize that if you continue to have these kind of thoughts, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? Again, I'm not trying to come down on you, not trying to be harsh, but I want you to see very clearly that what you're doing, or the path that you're going on, is not the best path. You need to pick one thing and just go for it. And it's cool, it's fine. And let's say that it doesn't work out. Big deal. So what? So you find out that, whatever path you pick isn't working out for you. Well, at least you'll have done something, you'll have made some progress and gained some experience and some expertise, rather than just waffling or flip-flopping all the time and never actually committing to anything and just wasting your time. At least you'll have accomplished something, right? And it doesn't mean you can't go down another path in the future, right? But you should pick one path and go down that path and pursue it until you start to actually get the rewards from it. So many people, they go down a path so shallowly. They never go far enough to actually get the rewards from going down that path, and then they go into do something else. And so they have all of these, the analogy I like to use is like digging mines, right? If you know anything about mining, right, you got to find the vein, right, of copper or gold or whatever it is. And if you don't find that vein, or if you barely crack into that vein and you don't see where it goes, where you don't ever find the mother lode, you waste a lot of time. There's a lot of overhead in creating the mine and digging that first tunnel. And so a lot of people, what they do is they dig mine here, and they just barely strike gold, and they need to just keep going, or they're just like a few feet from gold, and then they dig a new mine, and they dig a new mine because they get bored, and they dig a new mine. And so they have all these mines, and they've never gotten any gold, they've never gotten any precious metal or any ore from any of these mines, because they kept on, for different reasons. One, because they're passionate, because they said, well, I'm not passionate about this mine anymore, so I'm going to go dig this mine over here. Okay, so they never got the rewards. Or they're afraid. They say, oh, well, I'm afraid that I'm closing too many doors. Like, I'm wasting all my time digging in this one mine. I should be digging over here. Maybe there's a better opportunity here. Maybe there's a better opportunity here. And so they end up getting nothing, and they end up wasting a lot of time. And that's the danger that you're facing right now. So rather than doing that, right, having this perspective, pick something, go with it, and you'll be happier. I guarantee you. Even if it's the wrong one, even if that mine turned out to be dead, fine. Then pick another mine and dig that one deep as well. But you're eventually going to hit gold if you go down that road. But I guarantee you, if you go down the road of just digging tons of mines, you're going to waste a lot of time, you're going to waste a lot of energy, and you're never ever going to achieve what you could. If you like this video, if you'd like more videos, I do 2 to 3 a day, click that subscribe button below, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.